Well, it's about time that happened. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Show videocast, and today we're going to be talking about Dave Dombrowski getting hired as the next president of baseball operations for the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. I like this hire a lot. It was long overdue. It needed to be done a while ago. I mean, wait until December the 10th to finally figure out our next president of baseball operations. This likely means that President Andy MacPhail will be gone. We're moving into the post-Andy MacPhail era here in Philadelphia. It is unclear. I'm assuming that he's also going to be the general manager as well, like he was with the Red Sox, general manager and president. Almost like the Mike Rizzo with the Nationals, almost like what Theo Epstein was with the Cubs as well. I mean, once again, I like this hire a lot. I really, really do. Bringing in a guy who has a lot of experience, won 2 World Series championships. One was recently with the Boston Red Sox in 2018. He built a great core there with Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, brought over J.D. Martinez as well, who had a lot of success there. He knows how to win. He was involved in this cheating scandal in 2016 with an Apple Watch. That is one thing that I'm not real happy about. I discussed that earlier in the weekly updates about how he was involved in that cheating scandal. But it wasn't as bad as the Houston Astros. This is not like us hiring A.J. Hinch. This is not like us hiring Alex Cora. And once again, they were punished for that. I understand the Astros were too, but this is besides the point. You're bringing in a guy who has a lot of experience, and I really, really like this hire a lot. I really, really do. He knows what he's doing. He surrounded himself with a lot of smart people there when he was with the Red Sox. Left there after the 2019 season, after they had just a down year after the follow-up of the World Series. But this is a guy that's been around a while. He's been around a while. He's been with a lot of teams. He's been with the Chicago White Sox, Montreal Expos, Florida Marlins, Detroit Tigers, and the Boston Red Sox. As I said, now he's with the Phils. He definitely has surrounded himself, as I said before, with the right people, scouting, we'll see what direction he's going to take us in. According to, multiple reports and from what I'm hearing, he does not want to blow up. He wants to go all in, and that is a really, really good sign. And does this affect us in the JT Realmuto sweepstakes? You heard reports that the Mets are in deep talks with catcher James McCann on a 4-year contract. Will he be going to the Mets? Hopefully. If we don't get JT back, it's not going to be the end of the world. I'm still going to be upset that we traded Cisco Sanchez, Jorge Alfaro, and Will Stewart for JT Realmuto. But the good thing is at least the guys who made those decisions, like Andy MacPhail and Matt Klentak, are both gone. Not in those jobs anymore. At least we have a new guy in there like Dave Dombrowski. And once again, it's unclear. We all know he's going to be the president of baseball operations. Will he be the head of baseball operations? Will he be we know he's going to be the president. Andy MacPhail's most likely out. So will he be both GM and president, or just president? And most likely he'll be both. He'll be both the GM and president, which is huge. As I said, if you look around the league, look at the Washington Nationals with Mike Rizzo being both the GM and president. I mean, he does a fantastic job. He built a great World Series team last year. With a lot of young, as I say, they had one of the oldest teams in baseball last year. They won the World Series. So hopefully we're getting like another Mike Rizzo on our hands. Hopefully. You saw Theo Epstein too. He turned us down. He did the same thing with the Cubs. So once again, if JT Realmuto does not go to the Mets, I'd like to have him go to the Blue Jays. That way you don't have to play him 19 times a year. Have to see him like every 3 years. We're going to have to see him in spring training, of course, but that doesn't matter. His games don't mean anything. But hopefully he'll go to a team like that. We don't really have to see him. And once again, it'll make me feel better knowing that the guys who understand, I'll still be furious that we traded our number 1 prospect for JT Realmuto for just 2 years of JT Realmuto. But it'll be nice to know that the guys who made those decisions are gone. They're not in those jobs anymore. So once again, does this impact our pursuit of JT Realmuto? This impact? I think it does. As I said, the owner has the final say. But to have another voice in there is huge. And you think that Rice is going to advocate? You think Andy MacPhail is going to advocate? No. Because they are both very, very weak leaders who do not know how to run an organization. Name one good thing that Andy MacPhail has done for a baseball organization. Crickets. Crickets. He hasn't done anything. He's been a complete and total disaster. He has been horrible. He hasn't done anything. He's been a waste. He's a waste. He's just there. He hasn't done anything. I mean, and once again, you can't really knock Ned Rice here because he was just asked to step in and be the interim general manager. He was the assistant under Matt Klentak. So you can't really sit here and knock Ned Rice, but still. I mean, it's bad. It's bad what's going on in our front office. And now we're bringing in a guy who has a lot of experience. He's been around, as I said, with the Tigers, White Sox, Marlins, most recently with the Red Sox. You're bringing in a guy who has a lot of experience. Hopefully we could start, developing better. Hopefully we could, look at this guy. Look who he brought up, Mookie Betts, one of the best players in baseball. So I tell you what, it's going to be interesting. As I said, he went to the Red Sox in 2015. Mookie Betts made his Major League debut in 2015, but he worked with Mookie Betts. Once again, he's been around that clubhouse. Believe me, he knows what he's doing. So I am very, very happy with this hire. I really am. As I said, aside from the Apple Watch scandal in 2016, aside from that, which I'm not real happy about, once again, it's not like the Phillies hiring Alex Cora, AJ Hinch, who are both cheaters. Aside from that, I'm very, very pleased with this hire. I think it's good for this team. And once again, I think it changes our pursuing the JT Muto sweepstakes. I think it really, really does. And once again, if he does not go to the Mets, I'll feel so good. I'll feel so good if JT Muto does not go to the Mets. Once again, I'd love him back with the Phils, but if he doesn't go to the Mets, I would love to see him go to the Blue Jays. I would just love that. That's where I really want to see him go if he's not going to come back here, because as I said, I do not want to see him 19 times a year. It would be a nightmare if he went to the Mets. As I said, I want him back on this team. At all costs. There's no question. Not at all costs. I don't want to overpay, but I would love to see him back on this team. If not, send him off the AL East. Once again, never have to see him hardly at all. So, once again, there's not really much else to say here. It finally got done after waiting. John Middleton can make any excuse he wants. He was on, a press conference, a couple of months ago talking about how the interview process is going to be slow and how they're, going to take their time. But meanwhile, when they hired Matt Klentak 5 years ago, they got it done in October. Here we are on December the 10th, and they finally got it done. And the thing that I find weird is they have yet to come out and say once again, he's going to be the head of president of baseball operations. He's going to be the head of baseball operations for the Phillies. So does that mean general manager too? As I said, as I keep bringing up, is this going to be the Mike Rizzo? Is it going to be the GM and president, like Mike Rizzo is with the Nationals? Because I sure hope so. I think it will be. From my understanding, head of baseball operations does mean both GM and president. I like that. Good successful teams usually get successful by that. You're not going to have a president and GM both separate, right? That's not too uncommon. But I'm liking that we're pushing out these guys, these weak, ineffective people like McPhail. And now you can throw Ned Rice in there too. But Matt Klentak, once again, nothing against him personally. What really did he do for this organization? Once again, you can bring up the signing of Bryce Harper. I don't really know I don't know who to really take on that. Like who signed Harper? Because honestly, Middleton's leadership is so weak. It definitely wasn't McPhail, so I don't even know who to credit signing Bryce Harper. But I really, really don't. It was a great signing, of course, but once again, we're pushing out these people who have really just been hurting us. And once again, this does not solve all our problems. Just because we hired David Dombrowski does not make us, now we're going to win the NL East. We still have a lot of work to do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if we go into next year the same as we are right now, we're a last place team. We are. We are a last place team. We are a last place team. We have no bullpen. We lost our all-star catcher, the best catcher in baseball, the BCIB. We lost Didi Gregorius, who's a great shortstop. So we've really decreased. So if we bring back one of Didi or JT and stack the bullpen, I'll be feeling better. But once again, I like the attitude. We're going all in. That's what according to this report, going all in. We're not going to be blowing it up. We're not going to be trading Wheeler. We're not going to be... I never thought this was ever going to happen. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. It's a bunch of malarkey. Trading Harper, right? I talked about that on Sunday. I said, no way is that going to happen. No way, Jose. no way we're going to be trading Bryce Harper. I said, no way. And Zach Wheeler, too. I did not think we were going to be trading Zach Wheeler. And then, a little update on that. John Middleton comes out and says, you know what, those reports are false. We're not shopping Zach Wheeler. And then another report comes out. I think it was either Todd Zalecki or someone in the media, or I think Ken Rosenthal might have pointed out. He said a source confirms that the Phillies were in fact secretly talking to other teams about Zach Wheeler. So is John Middleton a liar? First of all, he comes out and says, well, we lost $2 billion. And then we, according to this another report, we lost $145 million. And then he says, oh, well, we're not shopping Zach Wheeler. And then a report by a very, very credible source like Ken Rosenthal says, I believe it was Ken Rosenthal, someone, who's verified, right? I mean, it's someone with an official source says, my source tells me that, the Phillies were secretly, talking to other teams about Zach Wheeler. So, once again, I do not like the lies. Once again, I'm not going to be on here saying John Middleton's a liar because I don't know. Maybe we weren't. Once again, you have a lot of false reports out there of people just making stuff up. So you just don't know. So a little background information on Dave Dombrowski. He was born on July 27, 1956. He's 64 years old. He was born in Chicago, Illinois. Once again, he's a two-time World Series champion, 1997 and 2018. He's really just done a great job. He was the UPI Executive of the Year in 1990. He's really just had a really, really good, successful career in the front office. And he's a very knowledgeable guy. As I said, he surrounded himself with very good people. And he has experience. But he has a track record of success. You can't even say that about Andy McPhail. I mean, once again, you cannot say that about these weak and effective leaders. You can't. So now you're bringing in a guy who has a track record of a lot of success, and he's done the job he's needed to do. And once again, this does not mean we're World Series favorites, ladies and gentlemen. This does not mean we're going to win the NL East. I'm not saying that at all, but this does help. This is a very, very encouraging news we got today. I've been really feeling down about the Phils. I've been really, really feeling down. Purchased a partial season ticket package today. Plan D I got, 16-game package. I'm super stoked about that. But that's besides the point. But, I'm getting pumped about the Phils. Here we are on December 10th. We're in the week of the winter meetings. Once again, winter meetings. Have you heard one word about, from Ned Rice? Have you heard one word from Andy McPhail? Have you heard one word from managing partner John Middleton? Nothing. While Liam Hendricks are still on the market. We still got Brad Hand out there as well. Do something. And I think we're finally going to do something now. A guy who's going to come in here and say, let's get this rolling. Let's get this job done. Stop sitting around. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media, link in the description section, at Phillies House of Instagram, Next Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshouse@gmail.com. The Philadelphia Phillies have hired Dave Dombrowski as the new president of baseball operations. Welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you all later. Great hire. I'll see you.